Good morning. And welcome to Channing Unitarian Universalist Church. We're glad you joined us for worship today. Whoever you are, whatever your theological, spiritual, political, sexual, or racial orientation or gender identity, you are welcome to worship here and become a part of this community. Are there any announcements this morning? Oh, Debbie's got one too.
I have two. The first one is about the chocolate auction. I want to thank everybody that helped out, whatever you did. We made $889.
Ooh, wow.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. That's great. So more came in after.
The second one is about the Chinese dinner raffle. Just a reminder for those of you that haven't been here while I've been announcing. It's the end of the month, Saturday, March 29th, 6 o'clock. And there's a sign-up sheet on the little round table out in the fireplace room. Reservations need to be made and paid for by Sunday, March 23rd, which is the Sunday prior to the dinner. We are accepting raffle items. If anybody wants to donate anything, we'll have a spot to put those. See myself, Erin, or Donna. Nothing oversized or large because they're lined up on the stage and I'm on the shopping here and if you have any more questions, see one of us.
Thanks, Debbie. That's awesome news about the chocolate auction, especially considering we had to scramble and change the date.
Right.
I just have a couple quick ones. I just want to remind everybody that after service today, we have to clear the room and set it up kind of coffee house style because our friends at Sweet Wednesday are hosting their Mardi Gras party. They do it every year. They chose us as a venue this year. The proceeds are going to be split between us and the Rockland Food Pantry. So if folks want to come back at 4 for a concert, that'd be great. It's a $15 recommended donation. So we're pretty excited about that. We'll just need a little help to kind of scramble and get the room set up. We also have our coffee house next Saturday. So the good news is it'll already be set up. After service today, we have a prudential meeting. It should be brief, hopefully, but I just wanted to remind the members of Prudential that we're going to meet around 11:30. And we would also like to include members of Music and Worship to sit in on that because we have some stuff to discuss with you today. Lastly, as you know, today is New Member Sunday. It's the day that we set aside every year for new members to sign the book and become full-fledged members of our community. And I just wanted to take a moment to recognize all of the longtime members and the newer members of this church, because it's your hard work and dedication to this place that today we are going to sign 9 new members. And 2 more will sign, they're just not here today. And that's a big deal because when we opened up after COVID, we had 18 members. So the fact that we're here today is really a testament to the people who stuck it out with us and have worked really hard with us to keep this place thriving. And I also want to thank everybody who is signing today for taking a chance on us, because I know we're kind of weird and crazy here. So we're so glad to have you. Thank you.
Speak for yourself. Any other announcements? She did do the coffee house. All right. Our opening words today are from our own William Henry Channing. To live content with small means, to seek elegance rather than luxury, and refinement rather than fashion, to be worthy, not respectable, and wealthy, not rich, to study hard, think quietly, talk gently, act frankly, to listen to stars and birds, to babes and sages with open heart, to bear all cheerfully, do all bravely, await occasions, hurry never, to let the spiritual, unbidden and unconscious, grow up through the common. This is to be my symphony. We'll now have the lighting of the chalice. I think they're all busy being kids. Please stand as you're willing and able and read the words found in your order of service in the insert. We gather this hour as people of faith with joys and sorrows, gifts and needs. We light this beacon of hope, sign of our quest for truth and meaning in celebration of the life we share together. Love is the doctrine of this church, the quest for truth its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with each other and with God. Please remain standing as we sing our opening hymn, number 113, Where is Our Holy Church? Please be seated. And now we will welcome the new members of the church to come and sign the book. I will call them up as they're listed in the order of service. So if you're wondering where you'll be, you can take a look and have warning. Just come up and sign the book. And then if you could come and stand to the side once you've finished. First is Corin Fennell. Next, Matt Fennell. Michelle Manning.
As we all do.
Frank McHugh. Emily McHugh. Diane Pelletier. With bonus.
My bonus. Honorary.
Joel, you're up next. Victoria Roderick. And Scott Roderick. And now we will read number 442, which is a responsive reading. We bid you welcome. We bid you welcome who come with weary spirit seeking rest, who come with troubles that are too much with you, who come hurt and afraid. We bid you welcome who come with hope in your heart, who come with anticipation in your step, who come proud and joyous. We bid you welcome who are seekers of a new faith, who come to probe and explore, who come to learn. We bid you welcome who enter this hall as a homecoming, who have found here room for your spirit, who find in this people a family. Whoever you are, whatever you are, wherever you are on your journey, we bid you welcome. You may return to your seats. And we will now sing the kids up to their religious exploration classes. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the light of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. And now we have the moment in our service where we can share those joys and concerns that we'd like to be held up by the rest of the congregation.
I'll start, since I have the flame anyways. Candle of joy for everyone who signed the book today. Welcome to membership in Channing. Michelle?
What was the recording, please?
Yes. Donna?
For our friend Lisa, who lost her dad a couple days ago.
Madden?
I just have a friend that's struggling,
What's your friend's name?
Mohit.
Michelle?
One for Judy, one for Lily.
My friend that fell on her face on vacation and And she has some stitches and bruising, and she's a mess, but she's fine.
Levi?
For KJ, even though she was
And I'll write one more for all those joys and concerns that we carry with us. And we're not ready to share.
Let us enter into the spirit of prayer and meditation. Every morning, the world is created. Under the orange sticks of the sun, the heaped ashes of the night turn into leaves again and fasten themselves to the high branches, and the ponds appear like black cloth on which are painted islands of summer lilies. If it is your nature to be happy, you will swim away along the soft trails for hours, your imagination alighting everywhere. And if your spirit carries within it the thorn that is heavier than lead, if it's all you can do to keep on trudging, there is still somewhere deep within you a beast shouting that the earth is exactly what it wanted. Each pond with its blazing lilies is a prayer heard and answered lavishly every morning. Whether or not you have ever dared to be happy, whether or not you have ever dared to pray. Please remain seated and join in singing number 123, Spirit of Life. Come unto me, sing in my heart all the stars of compassion, blowing the wind, rising the sea, moving the air, giving life shape of justice, roots holy grows, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me. Now is the time in our service where we get to try to help the church on a financial basis, given it helps us so much on spiritual and other ways. Please stand and join in singing our dedication of gifts. The words are found in the insert in your order of service. Spirit of truth, of life, of power, we bring ourselves as gifts to thee. Oh, bind our hearts this sacred hour, in faith and hope and charity. Amen.
Me for just 1 second. What is the beloved community? The idea behind the beloved community, capital letters, beloved, capital community, is timeless. The phrase was first used by philosopher theologian Josiah Royce, who founded the Fellowship of Reconciliation. It was then popularized by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the Civil Rights Movement. Here are 5 defining characteristics of the beloved community. 1, given our shared desire to be peaceful, happy, and safe, the beloved community described a practical, realistic, and achievable society. 2, in the beloved community, conflict still exists, but it is resolved peacefully, non-violently, and without hostility, ill will, or resentment. 3, in the beloved community, we recognize the interdependent nature of all life, so we appreciate, recognize, and value the inherent worth of all people, animals, and ecosystems. 4, in the beloved community, kindness, passion, and love for all life motivates our actions. We work cooperatively to peacefully end hunger, prejudice, poverty, homelessness, climate change, environmental destruction, factory farming, and violence and injustice of all kinds. And 5, in the beloved community, the means we use to create change are just as kind and compassionate as the ends we seek. Our commitment to unconditional and all-inclusive kindness and goodwill allows the beloved community to become what Dr. King called an engine of reconciliation. All of us can do the inner work necessary to become members of the beloved community. This inner work refines our minds and hearts to let go of the greed, prejudice, blame, and falsehood that reside there. As we weaken and erode these forces, our infinite and all-inclusive kindness, compassion, and goodwill, which were buried underneath them all along, shine through. Through this inner work, we learn how to unconditionally love, forgive, and offer compassion and kindness to ourselves. We learn how to be patient with ourselves and radically include all aspects of ourselves, even those parts we dislike. We learn how to reconcile and integrate the competing forces and agendas within our body and mind. By learning these skills, we become more able to love, forgive, radically include, offer compassion and kindness, have patience with, and be reconciled with others, even those who think and live very differently from us. Such change takes persistence, determination, and time, but it is the way out of our suffering and the way to a more just, peaceful, and happy world. Let's all commit to doing the inner work and outer work necessary to creating a global, beloved community where all life thrives. Wishing you boundless love, peace, health, joy, and success in all of your efforts to create a more peaceful, humane, sustainable, and just world.
So I am not Reverend Judy, but she is not feeling well, and she wrote the sermon, and she provided us with all the elements of today's service. She was hoping up until the very last moment that she'd be able to make it. So as I read the sermon, anytime I say I, it's Judy. So just pretend that I am now Reverend Judy. And so I'll do my best to channel her for safety in numbers. 7 reasons why you might not want to be a Unitarian Universalist, although it's too late for those of you who already signed the book. Another title for this message could have been Twisting in the Wind, or Blowing in the Wind, or even Flying Free. In other words, untethered. I don't know about each of you personally, so I can't speak for you. But I don't think I'm alone in feeling that I, or maybe the whole damn world, seems to have lost its anchor. And while many Americans voted for change in the past election, the change that is happening so fast and seemingly or apparently so randomly is unsettling everyone. Jobs, programs, entire government departments, and more are being drastically reshaped or being completely eliminated overnight. Whether you voted elephant or donkey, your medicines are going to cost more, if you can get them at all. Programs or services you or your children or your neighbor's children, your LGBTQ friends, even the children and parents and relatives of people you will never meet, programs these people, we the people, depend on are going to change or disappear completely. It all feels so unsettled and unsettling. My boat is so small and the sea is so large. When I am being metaphorically or in reality tossed about in a turbulent sea, I look for something I can grab onto, something that I dare trust, possibly with my life. What does this look like for me? What is getting me through this? What is getting my clergy brothers and sisters, uncles, cousins, and my aunts through this? The quick answer and the long-lasting answer is each other. More and more right now, we are turning to one another in conversation and in prayer, face to face over coffee or on Zoom, to talk and be a support to one another so we can come back to our congregations and be a source of strength and understanding to the people we serve. We need our own batteries recharged just like you do, and to serve you well, we need to take care of our own spiritual selves. Everyone needs a community, a tribe, a family, a birth family, or a chosen family. And having said this, I find it sadly ironic that active church membership and declared religious affiliation is declining worldwide, just when we need it most. But that is another sermon, and you, Channing UU Church of Rockland, are not declining. That's the good news. I know I sound like a broken record, or maybe it's because I'm old and starting to repeat myself, but you folks get it. True story. Last week, one of my Kingston parishioners came up to me after the service and said she'd been looking at Channing's website and Facebook page. Wow, she said, they're doing so much. They are so active in the community. She stopped and lowered her voice to a more conspiratorial tone. I'm going to add myself to the mailing list. They've got some really good ideas, and I think we can use them here in Kingston. Is that okay, Reverend Judy? I mean, it's not like I'm taking something I shouldn't, is it? I chuckled and said, not hardly. Good ideas and working communities can only benefit one another and the greater community by sharing resources and ideas and finding ways of being relevant in today's world. And Rockland does relevant very, very well. And then we went out for coffee. I was down a quart and long overdue. My point is that my ministry, my church community, and my own personal theological framework are unshakable anchors in my personal and my spiritual life. It's where I turn when I need direction, comfort, and hope, all of which are in short supply right now. And I seem to remember this is New Member Sunday, and you've heard me say it before. I think that UUism is the best show in town. But you personally, or anyone who is thinking about affiliating with any religious denomination or wisdom tradition, but especially ours, a tradition that is more amorphous and pliable than some, you need to think about what you're getting yourself into. Remember my little friend here? The flower of our faith, it's in your insert, and all that it includes and asks of us? Well, here is a list of reasons, based on the petals of this flower, that you might not want to affiliate with such a motley group of miraculous misfits and mischief makers. We believe in interdependence, and that means active and even proactive interdependence. I help you, you help me. We take care of each other, and together we take care of the planet, even if we don't agree on everything. As a community of faith, we will walk with other communities of faith to support and defend our shared values. So if you don't like hanging around with people who have minds of their own, or don't think the way you do, or maybe don't vote the way you did, this may not be the best picture for you. We believe in equity, equal opportunities, equal justice, fair sharing. This is going to be sorely tested in the weeks and months to come. So if speaking up for equal rights and opportunities is not your thing, well. And another thing, we believe that people and things can change, be forgiven, can grow, can be given a second or even a third chance. We believe in the transformation of the human spirit individually and collectively through lived, considered experience. So if you are good with who you are and where you are and don't want to rock that boat, this might not be the best place for you. Religious pluralism means that we are not the only right or correct show in town. And theologically, one size does not fit all. We believe we can learn from all of the faith and wisdom traditions, and we open our hearts and minds to that knowledge and information through study and shared experience. If you like and prefer a firm religious framework and practice, one that does not and will not change no matter what, we might not be for you. Here we might do a Hindu chant one week and recite a Jewish blessing the next. And on the third week, we might go out and pick up trash. And on the fourth, sing a couple of folk songs, have a seed swap, and have coffee, all in the name of a living tradition, trying to live into our shared values. Generosity. What's not to like about generosity? I'll tell you, selective generosity. Here in UU land, we believe and try to live into the idea that generosity is not just about giving away money and things. We believe that generosity of the spirit and of the heart is a way of opening the heart to the holy and the sacred that is a part of our living tradition. The opening your heart to another living being, whether or not they think, pray, look, or vote like you, is a richly human thing. I might get myself into trouble here, but personally, speaking for me alone here, but I know damn well many of, if not most of you will agree with me, I am really upset when I hear someone going on about those immigrants and illegals are freeloading on our tax dollars for food, housing, and medical care. We need to feed our own first. Hunger and illness and homelessness, wherever they be, need our collective and unbiased concerned attention and action. Hungry, scared people do not want someone checking their papers. And like the Nazis did in the death camps, when it came to choosing who would go where, thumbs up, you get fed, thumbs down, you die. And justice. The hymn goes, "We are a justice-seeking people." Of course we like justice, believe in justice, advocate for justice, and all of that takes action. A commitment to this congregation and this faith means getting your feet wet and your hands dirty in the cause of justice. And just because life ain't fair and all Earth's people are not one, this is going to take a while, and that's okay, because slow and steady wins the race, and by damn it, we are not going to stop. Being one of us means that you are in it for the long haul. Finally, at the center of it all is love. Not the emoji, heart-sprinkled, air kissy-kissy K-pop love that is flying around the streets and over the internet these days. I am talking about the verb love, the proactive love that holds all of these qualities, that holds justice, transformation, equity, interdependence, generosity, pluralism at its core, and lives into all of it. So that's a tall order for someone walking through these doors for the first or second time. And if you are thinking of joining forces with us today or in the future, I would urge you to think twice. We are not a call and response, cookie cutter theology spouting, salvation dispensing group of do-gooders, but we are wicked awesome. To quote the words of one of my favorite hymns, we are a gentle, angry, justice-seeking, gay and straight together, amazing group of people of many colors and preferences and practices, and we do love our coffee. And if after all of this, you want to be part of this, part of us, whatever we are, I bid you welcome. From the core of my being, I bid you welcome. Here you will find many like-minded people that you won't always agree with. You will find the safety in numbers that will make a difference when one voice and one set of hands just isn't enough. Here you will be nudged out of your comfort zone, but you will do it with worth and dignity, with love and laughter, with patience and forbearance, and above all, of course, with food. Blessed be, and may it be so. Our closing hymn is number 346, Come Sing a Song with Me. Please stand as you're willing and able. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you home when love is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me. Come dream a dream with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you home when love is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me. Come walk in rain with me, that I might know you're mine. And I'll bring you home when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Come share a rose with me. Come give themselves a round of applause? That sounded awesome. That's our vibe. We need to keep going. Our benediction today is by Olympia Brown, which for those of you who know Reverend Judy should not come as a surprise. Stand by this faith, work for it and sacrifice for it. There is nothing in all the world so important as to be loyal to this faith, which has placed before us the loftiest ideals, which has comforted us in sorrow, strengthened us for noble duty, and made the world beautiful. Do not demand immediate results, but rejoice that we are worthy to be entrusted with this great message, that you are strong enough to work for a great true principle without counting the cost. Go on finding ever new applications of these truths and new enjoyments in their contemplation, always trusting in the one God, which ever lives and loves. Please find the words to extinguish the chalice in the insert in your order of service. We have basked the warmth of the beauty of this flame in this community. As the chalice flame is extinguished, let us carry its glow within. Let us kindle new sparks within these walls and beyond. Please be seated to enjoy the postlude.